Coming off one of the most shocking nights in the history of the open mic universe at Backlash. Normally we would kick the show off with a recap of what went on. But here tonight, WWE Official Triple H wants to come out, kick off the show, kick off the new season, and address the universe in person. If you've been following along the last few weeks, these three masked men that have been causing all sorts of chaos for Roman Reigns and those close to him, they were revealed at Backlash after shockingly defeating Roman and Jay and Seth. After the match, they removed their masks, and it was Dean Ambrose, Daniel Bryan, and Cesaro, or better known today as Jon Moxley, Bryan Danielson, and Claudio Castagnoli. Three men signed to AEW. Let's hear from Triple H. He says, first of all, welcome to the season premiere of Monday Night Raw. Now, as far as this business with these intruders, I'm not going to mention any names. They're signed to another wrestling company, and we're not going to have them interrupting our shows anymore. So our security team has got a plan, and this has been taken care of. Now, I met with Eric Bischoff earlier today, and I know that the draft was supposed to get started here tonight. We've decided to wait, and it's going to be held next month after In Your House. Now, since this is the season premiere week, we want to do something special. Every show this week is going to have a championship match in the main event, and it gets started here tonight as Becky Lynch defends the WWE Women's Championship against Chelsea Green. Pretty big news from WWE Official Triple H. Doesn't really go into too much detail on what went on at Backlash, but some big nuggets that he dropped there, big bombs that he dropped. The draft not happening tonight, not getting started here tonight. It's been moved to next month. It's going to take place after our next pay-per-view, which is In Your House. And then the other big breaking news, every show this week is going to have a championship match in the main event. We already know what tonight's main event's going to be. Becky Lynch defends the WWE Women's Championship against Chelsea Green. But before we get there, two veterans mixing it up here in our opening match. Here in our season premiere episode, Randy Orton and Sheamus, two former WWE World Heavyweight Champions. Sheamus was actually our first WWE World Champion at the very start of our universe. Right now, battle's back on Randy. Sheamus, a former two-time WWE World Champion. Randy Orton, a former one-time WWE World Champion here in the open mic universe. And now, the action on the outside as Sheamus kind of having his way with the Viper. Going to be interesting to see. We've got another month to speculate on what we can expect with the draft. Sheamus with the cover only gets a 1. WWE is sitting in that number 1 pick spot. They will select first. It'll be interesting to see what direction Triple H goes with the first pick in round 1. Obviously, champions on either brand not eligible to be drafted. So these main events this week could have big implications on what might go down coming out of In Your House and the draft next month. Orton now making his way around Sheamus's body with some heavy boots. Goes for the cover. Only gets a 2 as Sheamus able to get that right shoulder up. And now the Viper in position. We know what this means. RKO. Hooks the leg again. And that's going to do it. Randy Orton with a win here in our opening match on the season premiere of Monday Night Raw. Up next, we've got some big boys in action. Braun Strowman. He makes his way down to the ring. He's going to be taking on Wolfgang of Gallus. Joe and Mark Coffey in Wolfgang's corner, and you know they're going to do whatever they can to try to influence this match in any way possible. Strowman definitely needs to have his head on a swivel here. Right off the bat, suplexes Wolfgang. Now an elbow drop in the corner. And a slap. Braun rolls Wolfgang up. Referee finally in position. Reversal. Another reversal. One more. Only getting ones though. Wolfgang first to his feet as Strowman sliding out and onto the apron. And the Big SOB gets his big mitts on the neck of Wolfgang and throws him down to the floor. And now steps on Wolfgang. That's a lot of weight down on the sternum of Wolfgang. And now Wolfgang gets dropped on the edge of the apron. Now Strowman sending him back into the ring. Picks Wolfgang up, drops him down on that top rope. And now Strowman having some words with Joe Coffey, as he also threw a kendo stick in there. Referee gets rid of the weapon. Strowman lifts Wolfgang up, slams him down. Gets him up again. Running power slam, hooks the leg. And Braun Strowman making pretty quick work of Wolfgang as he picks up the win. It's main event time, and just as Triple H announced at the start of the show, every main event on this week's shows, Raw, Nitro, Thunder, and SmackDown, is going to have a championship defended. And here tonight on the season premiere of Raw, Chelsea Green with a huge opportunity as she takes on the WWE Women's Champion, the man, Becky Lynch. Again, another big announcement that was made earlier in the show. The draft moved to next month. And because champions are not eligible to be drafted, these matches this week could have a big implication, a big impact on who could potentially get drafted next month. Coming out of In Your House, and right off the bat, the man taking it to Chelsea. Reversal there from Green. Chelsea still looking for her first championship here in the open mic universe, and what a way to start year 4. If she could begin this year defeating Becky Lynch and becoming the new WWE Women's Champion. Becky on the mat as Chelsea just taunting her. Unprettier from Chelsea Green, covers Becky, hooks the leg. But Becky able to kick out at 2. Chelsea can't believe it. Now Green going to the opposite corner. Becky needing some help getting up. And a knee to the face. And now kick to the midsection from Becky. Now Becky taking Chelsea to a corner. Face first into the turnbuckle. Chelsea Green had all that momentum built up, and now Becky. Manhandle slam. Hooks the leg. And Becky Lynch, your winner, and she remains the WWE Women's Champion. You don't want to say my name, Hunter? Well, I'll say it for you. It's Jon Moxley. From the very beginning, Roman Reigns was your chosen one. And Seth, he was chosen 1A, because you needed him to help build your Roman Empire. But me, I was never part of the plan, was I? But I became a world champion in spite of you. Bryan became a world champion in spite of you. And Claudio, even though he was more talented than anybody else in the locker room, you guys wouldn't even give him a chance. Hunter, if Roman is really the man that you think he is, then let your big dog off his leash and let him come play with me at In Your House. Or are you afraid I'm going to expose him for the fraud that we both know that he really is? Your move, game.